What's up, my two-piece fam followers? Welcome back to another episode. I'm gonna put my shades down today because I got my hair up today, looking kind of cute. But we're gonna sit and talk today about some things that have been happening to me, and it's going to show what I used to be like and what I used to answer. But now that I'm grown, how I am protecting my peace and not bringing too much riffraff and a circus, because I don't like circuses, but I like the elephants and the tigers. But I ain't about that whole circus, not my monkey, not my show. So I'm gonna let you go into the circus because I ain't no clown either, okay? So today I want to talk about a situation that happened this year, actually. We had a family reunion, 2024, in Charleston, South Carolina, and amazing turnout. It took a lot of planning. We hadn't met since 2018, and my family meets every other year on the odd years. And in 2018, we were in Washington, D.C., which was amazing. People still say that family reunion was the best reunion yet. We had about 125 people registered at that reunion for 3.5 days. The Washingtons took over Washington, okay? And we had a blast. And then, of course, in 2020, the pandemic happened. So we were going to go to another city. We were going to go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because, again, nobody hasn't been there before. We were trying to branch out and do different cities instead of always going to the same dirty Myrtle, even though that's where our ancestors were born, raised, and breeded their children. And Philadelphia was a bust because the pandemic happened and it got canceled. So then in 2022, nobody put out a bone out there to say, hey, let's meet. Well, in 2023, my good cousin, my financial Kathy cousin, said, hey, we were talking about, her and her parents were talking about getting the reunion together. We sent out the little email, kind of hit our Facebook page and said, hey, family, we're going to start up 2024 with the family reunion. Everybody's back outside. Everybody seems comfortable and familiar now with going outside. People are very cautious. So we decided to do that. So we took maybe about 10.5 months to plan this reunion and started posting on our Facebook page, sending out emails, sending out mass text messages. Finally got it together, and then Hurricane Debbie decided to come through Charleston the week earlier, the week of our reunion. And Debbie, I think, hit Charleston maybe late Monday, early Tuesday, and we were not going to cancel. We were like, we're still going to have this reunion. We paid money. We're going to pivot, all this good stuff. So I'm just going to fast forward because I wanted to give you a little bit of background of where this episode is going today. And we had an amazing time. We were able to pivot from our outside cookout to an inside venue that was perfect because it ended up being hot outside. Debbie didn't flood anything in Charleston, so we were able to get around. The hotel was very accommodating, adjusting a lot of things for us, and the reunion went off without a hitch. We had about 115 people who registered, who actually showed up, who enjoyed. We took pictures. We had a cookout. We had a dinner en blanc edition of the banquet where everybody dressed in white. Everything was white. We had glow sticks because we couldn't do fire in the hotel and everything. We had a DJ. We had food, games, trash talking galore. Okay? Reunion is over. People are posting pictures on our website and things of that nature. And all of a sudden, one morning, I'm awakened about 5:30 in the morning with about 10 text messages, 5 screenshots saying, don't get on Facebook, don't read what your cousin put on Facebook, don't respond because she's just jealous or irritated or annoyed. This is 5:30 in the morning. I had already been up acting a fool the night before. I was like, what are they talking about? So I roll over, I pull up the Facebook page, and boom, there it is. A week later, after everything has been reconciled, pictures haven't been out there, I see a posting from a family member. We're going to call her Fulio May, okay? Fulio May from New Jersey, okay? Fulio May from New Jersey decides to put this long, drawn-out post about who she is, who her family is, who her descent of the family tree is, and why are reunion plans secretive? Why isn't their numbers being reconciled? Why doesn't everybody know how much was spent on things and how much things cost, et cetera, et cetera? Well, the reunion dues come with a per person charge, okay? So I'm reading her post and I'm looking at the comments. It's only like 7 comments on there, okay? But it has over 80 views of this post. So I go click on the views and I'm seeing everybody who viewed her post attended the reunion, but nobody responded, okay? I didn't respond. I was livid. My financial cousin who helped me plan this, she was livid as well, because the post also attacked our integrity, attacked our character, implied that we could have been misappropriating funds and things of that nature, which doesn't make any sense because we were able to pivot very quickly. We did lose some money, but we had to pivot very quickly to make the reunion an enjoyable reunion. And everybody enjoyed the reunion regardless of the pivot. But this posting really shook me because I was pissed. Now, if I was in my 20s, I would have picked up that phone and called Fulio May in New Jersey and told her where she could go and I can kick her ass and I don't care. And I would fly up to New Jersey and we would have it would be a misunderstanding on site, like Bernie Mac would say, on site. But after I talked to my mom, talked to my financial cousin, Kathy, and my adored aunt in New York, I let it go. I didn't approach it. I didn't respond to it. I didn't like it. I laughed at it. And then I was looking at the 7 comments. And I'm looking at the people who commented, and it was her family. It was everybody in her family backing her up. It was like one brain, one sound. Like she's the brain of the people up north, and nobody else can have a say or nobody else can have a thinking. But I also think that when we posted our big family picture at the cookout with over 100 people, and we posted it and said, you know, Washington family love, she got jealous because she didn't attend and she was not there, and nobody said, oh, where's Fulio from New Jersey, Fulio May from New Jersey, we missed them. Nobody missed them, to be honest. Yeah, the financial aspect, we missed it because we could have done a little bit more, had a little bit more, but what we had was just fine. So looking at that situation, I see that I've grown. I've grown tremendously with not snapping back so quickly, snapping back so negatively, and things of that nature. And my good friend, and I told him I was going to use his quote, and I want to thank him for it early. Victor Gaines, Batman in Florida. I'm not going to argue with somebody on the internet that's 40 plus that goes live or posts anything in their efficiency apartment. And I'm talking directly to her daughter who wanted to inbox me to say, oh, well, you this, you that, blah, blah, blah. Honey, get some more square feet. I got a house. You don't have a house. You live in an efficiency apartment in a studio in New Jersey. Okay? So that's my tidbit on that. That's my petty side of me. But reeling it back in, I see growth in myself. I'm seeking peace. I want peace, and I'm going to get peace. And if I had entertained that posting, I think it would have blown up a whole lot more and gone worse. And people would be calling my mom and calling my sister, because I would be saying some real grimy stuff. And I can get really disrespectful in my mouth. And I don't want to disrespect my elders, but sometimes elders need to be put in their damn place. Because just because they're older and ornery, they think they can say anything to a 40 plus or a 30 plus, and we supposed to take it. No, lady, I will kick your cane and keep on going, okay? And I'll beat you up and take you to the emergency room and make sure you're all right until you discharge. But what you're not going to do is think just because of your age, I'm going to sit here and take what you're going to say and disrespect me, because that is not going to happen. I'm my daddy's child. Yeah, granted, I'm my mama's child too, but I'm more of my daddy's child when you try to start disrespecting me, attacking my character and my integrity. So, fully in New Jersey, I'm letting you know I've grown. And I'm telling you, sugar, you better thank the Lord that I've grown, because I walks with the Lord every day. I pray with the Lord every day. But I do sip sometime too. But baby, don't play me, because I'll pull up. I really will pull up. He's still working on me. Salvation is mine. But sometimes you got to make a detour, because that salvation comes with a knuck if you buck. Okay? A straight knuck if you buck. So, growth comes in stages. Growth comes in time. And I just wanted to share with you guys a situation where growth has shown me that protecting my peace and not disturbing my shanana because somebody feels that they can try to poke the bear and try to get a reaction, because no response is a response. And I hope she heard me loud and clear. And even though I'm talking about it now, I feel I'm doing best now, because I am talking about it, because I'm showing growth. I'm still not answering her post, not at all, because she doesn't deserve a response, because she didn't attend. So why do I need to explain something that she didn't attend and her financials didn't contribute? That doesn't make any sense. Goofy. So I feel that I'm becoming a better person, number one, because I am looking at my shanana and wanting to be peaceful, not too ratchet, but also through these lenses, I'm growing in a way that I'm very proud of. It's exciting. And again, in the very beginning, like I said, 2 years ago when I made my big announcement, y'all, because today makes 2 years that I made the big announcement of having this podcast. I'm going to open up and peel back a whole bunch of layers of myself to where you're going to know who I am, know what I'm going through, know what I struggle with, and everything of that nature. So this is one of those episodes that you get to see that I'm growing, but I'm also pulling back a layer of the onion for you to get to know me, what I'm going through, and how I deal with it versus how I used to deal with it. So I'm here, y'all, and I want y'all to continue to listen. I want you to continue to encourage me. I want you to continue sending me emails and text messages and kudos and everything, goods, bads, uglies, indifferent. I urge you to continue to do that, because today is the day that I am continuing to grow. My media guy, Reese, he's amazing. He gives me encouragement all the time. My mom gives me encouragement. And then, of course, my life's walk gives me encouragement to talk about things, because this is my platform to talk about it and for you to comment back and give me words of encouragement, give me scrutiny, but also sit and just listen, because you may be going through it and you don't want to talk about it, but hey, I'm going to talk about it. So now you have the chance to talk about it as well. And I want you to be comfortable with talking about it, because now I am. And before, I would just roll off the handle and be petty and be ratchet and then suffer the consequences later. So I'm continuing to use this platform as my journey of growth and expansion and coping, because there are still things that I still have issues with, things that I still have trouble with. But dealing with a toxic family member has always been my drawback, because I always lashed out on that first thought. I never gave it a second thought. I never gave it a second look. I always lashed out. I'm just like my father. I'm my father's child. And my dad did not spare any expense to his tongue. But now he's been gone for about 10 plus years, and I'm growing and I am learning that that first reaction is not the best reaction. And I'm also looking at, when I close my eyes at night, I want to sleep peacefully, because them hellions who do some shit and who post dumb stuff and who agitate and make people upset, they going to sleep with a smile on their face and they ain't even worrying about not one damn thing. But you in your bed tossing and turning and mad and huffing and puffing and taking drinks and getting drunk because you don't know how to cope and deal. I'm going to be that person who wants peace, but also is happy with my petty response of no response and moving on and having a good night and waking up the next day and moving on, because I'm not going to let that do that. So dealing with toxic family members is very hard to do because they're elderly, but you got to stand your ground and set your boundaries. And when we have our reunion in 2026 in Atlanta, it's going to be amazing. Whether Fulio May from New Jersey and her clan come or not, it's still going to happen without you, boo-boo. Don't care. And we in ATL, ho, so it don't matter. So that's me for today, guys. I just wanted to come and show a growth patch. And I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope you enjoyed my experience. I hope that you see that I have learned and I have grown, and continue to do what you need to do to deal with toxic family members, because you're going to always have toxic family members. Everybody isn't perfect in a family. Everybody is not going to have that perfect sit around family reunion, or sit around the table family dinner and everything is perfect. Trust me, something's going to come out, and trust me, somebody is going to have a toxic family member to start some shit. And either you want to be that peaceful person and say don't do this, don't do that, or you're going to feed into their foolishness, or you're going to be, I can't remember her name from Why Did I Get Married, or you're going to sit at that table and look at Sheila and say, boom, at the end. Which one are you going to be? Okay? So, my two-piece family, I want to say thank you for listening. Continue to listen. Like, share, subscribe, comment on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel. And also, don't remember, we have a new platform. We're on Spotify. Go check us out on Spotify. And also today I want to shout out my homeboy Ishay Smith of Movie Life. He has a new line of hats and apparel and things of that nature. Movie Life. I appreciate him for outfitting me today. Up and coming entrepreneur in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Ishay Smith, Movie Life. So again, family, shades on, glasses up. We appreciate you. Peace.